these years of public service, the service part has always come easier to me than the public part. I get it that some people just don't know what to make of me.
Hillary Clinton making history, becoming the first woman in American politics to accept a major party nomination.
It's honestly one of the biggest honors of my life.
With congressional candidate Ruben Kihuen about his primetime DNC speech and how it reflects on the importance of that seat. Plus,
all the polls have shown that I'm leading in this race since the beginning.
Incumbent Republican Congressman Crescent Hardy sits down with us to talk about the race and how he plans to win it.
From 8 News Now, this is Politics Now with Steve Sebelius and Patrick Walker.
Well, here we go. The nominees are set in the presidential race. Thanks for joining us. I'm Patrick Walker. Steve is on assignment for the RJ. Hillary Clinton accepted the Democratic Party's nomination Thursday night in Philadelphia. During a star-studded DNC, Clinton reintroduced herself to the world. Her speech received
A warning from the National Weather Service will follow shortly.
The National Weather Service in Las Vegas has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for central Lincoln County in south central Nevada until 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At 5:18 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. This storm was located near Hico and moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. Small hail and heavy rain are also likely. Locations impacted include Hico and Alamo. This storm will produce high winds which can bring down trees and power lines and cast through blowing dust. Also, lightning can kill. Take cover in a sturdy building and stay away from windows until the storm passes. Report severe weather to the Las Vegas National Weather Service via Facebook or Twitter.
So how does all of this look to the pundits? I sat down with our face-off panel a short time ago to break down this week's convention. All right, joining us now to talk about the Democratic National Convention on the left, Battleborn Progress Executive Director Annette Magnus. On the right, Alan Stock, KXNT radio host. All right, I think we'll jump into it, Annette. First thoughts just over Hillary Clinton's speech on Thursday night.
You know, I thought it was good. I mean, Hillary gets up there and she talks about policy. They talk about all week. They were talking about specific policy solutions and specific issues around the party platform. And that's the kind of thing I want to see from both sides of the aisle. I want them talking about how are they truly going to fix things that are happening in this country, and how are they going to make it, you know, easier for working class people to get ahead. And I think that's something that was desperately missing from the Republican convention, and I thought the Democratic convention talked a lot about that. I was going through Twitter last night and I was looking at some actual Republican tweets about the DNC, and it was interesting. Ronald Reagan's former speechwriter flat out said he thought the DNC actually ran better than the Republican one, and he thought President Obama's speech sounded a heck of a lot more like Ronald Reagan than Donald Trump's did. So that says something.
All right, what did you think of Secretary Clinton's speech?
I thought it was, I don't like having a school marm yell at me, and I felt that she was doing that the whole time. And there's something about her that I don't trust. And I think that what she was saying, she was trying to appeal to her base. But I think that when you look at both conventions, I really think the Republican convention came off a lot better than the Democrats did, because I think there was more unity. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. You have the heads of the Republican Party, senators, governors, people like Kasich, people like Sandoval, people like Heller, not supporting Bush and Romney, not supporting Trump. But you had the base come together at the end of the convention. The 16 candidates who were bumped out by Trump, the people who supported them for the most part have come together. The Democrats have been just the opposite, because I think you have the people who are leading the Democrat Party, and I'm excluding the RNC in this discussion, but in the DNC and also senators, Harry Reid and the governors, they're behind Hillary all the way, and Hillary people are behind her. But they only had two people basically in the race for the Democrats, and that's where Sanders and Clinton. And he went after her viciously. She was not qualified, he said over and over again. And then at the end, it was a tepid endorsement of her, really tepid. And he sat there throughout the whole thing with a blasé look on his face. I think that Bernie people will be very disparate. I think some will vote for Hillary. I think a few may vote for Trump. I think some will vote for third party, Green Party or Libertarian. I think a lot will stay home. I've talked to a lot who plan to stay home. So the base of the Democrat Party, I think, is more split than the base of the Republican Party, where at the top, I think it's exactly reversed.
I actually completely disagree with them. I actually saw a poll the other day that said that 90% of Sanders backers are already supporting Hillary. So there's another 10% that the Democratic Party has to work on. And I think you see the same exact percentage in the Republican Party. You said it yourself. Top leaders in the Republican Party are not supporting Donald Trump. Kasich didn't even come to his own convention in his own state. And so I think that says something. I think there is dissatisfaction in both parties. And I think you're seeing in both parties, people want their voices to be heard. And I think that's really important that both parties need to recognize that there is this kind of underlying current within their parties. And they need to listen to their base, and they need to listen to everyone in their base. Not just Hillary supporters, not just Trump supporters.
Okay.
By the way, I did see a poll that, showed 30 to 40% of Sanders people undecided at this point. So it depends which poll you see. That's one I've seen.
Let's get to some of the Nevada speakers who were speaking. So the first thing I want to do, Astrid Silva and Carla Ortiz spoke on the first night of the convention. So let's play a quick soundbite from that, and then we'll react quickly afterwards.
But I don't feel brave every day. On most days, I'm scared. I'm scared that at any moment, my mom and my dad will be forced to leave. And I wonder, what if I come home and find it empty?
All right, so that was Carla Ortiz. So, Alan, I'll start with you just quickly. Republicans or Democrats, who will immigration favor in the election?
Legal immigration, Republicans; illegal immigration, illegal aliens, Democrats. And they used this little girl up there. I think it was shameful that they did that. If she's so concerned about her parents being taken away because of being exposed, well, they were on national stage.
All right, Annette?
I think it's completely heartless what Alan just said. I know Carla very well. I know Astrid very well. And I think the world of both of them. And I think they're very brave for getting up there and talking about a real issue that's impacting millions of families in this country. You can't just deport 11 million people. That's just never going to happen. So I think especially with Latinos, all Latinos, that's going to go towards the left. The Republicans are wrong on the wall. They're wrong on this issue, and they've done nothing on immigration.
All Latinos. So it's a unified voting bloc, a monolithic bloc, all Latinos.
No, but I think when you're as insensitive as the Republicans are, I think those people see it, Latinos see it, and they understand that Trump is not their best person to have representing them.
And I think insensitivity is using a little girl like that on the national stage. I think it's shameful.
Let's look at another topic, LGBTQ issues. Here's State Senator Pat Spearman, who also spoke.
My fear is that it would roll back the clock and we would go back to the days when being a member of the LGBTQ community is just like having a scarlet letter. We cannot afford to have that to happen.
Okay, so LGBTQ issues also being talked about prominently, but Donald Trump also mentioned them in his speech, Annette. Where do you see this issue pointing, Republicans, Democrats?
You know, this is an issue that traditionally falls into the Democrats' favor. It's in the party platform. There's a lot of issues within that party platform that deal with the LGBTQI community. Yes, you had Donald Trump say the LGBTQI community. I'm glad that that was a part of his speech. I thought that was a really good thing that he said that. But just saying it is not enough. You actually have to take steps to do something about those issues. And I haven't seen that from the Republican Party.
I'll give you a final thought, Alan, about 25 seconds.
I think I agree partly. I think that it has been traditionally a Democrat issue, without a doubt. And I think now Republicans this year have come along. Several things. They had a gay person speak at the convention, and Trump mentioned it. His daughter mentioned it, Ivanka. So I mean, I think that's going to be a split issue. A lot of conservative gays out there who want to keep the money they earn.
Well, there was a lot to talk about, of course, as we explore this in the coming weeks. So we look forward to having you back on, both Alan Stock and Annette Magnus. Thanks for coming in this morning. Well, Ruben Kihuen also was in Philadelphia. I spoke with him about his congressional race against incumbent Republican Crescent Hardy and what this primetime speaking role that he had on Thursday meant. Here's part of that interview. CD4 obviously very important to the Democratic Party partly because of your speaking spot today. How much does that say how important the district is to the Democratic Party?
Just having my presence here and have this opportunity to speak on a Thursday evening before Secretary Clinton, I believe it's an indicator that the Democratic Party is not going to take Nevada for granted. That this congressional district is the top pickup opportunity for Democrats in the country. It has an 11-point Democratic advantage, and we currently have a representative in Crescent Hardy who does not reflect the interest of the district. He's against raising the minimum wage. He's against equal pay for women. He's against gay and lesbian rights. He is against immigration reform. He wants to privatize Social Security and Medicare. And so I believe that this opportunity to be here is an indicator of what's to come in the next few months, that the Democratic Party is not taking Nevada for granted, and that we're going to work every single day to earn the support of the people in the 4th Congressional District and the rest of the state of Nevada. Well,
let's talk a little bit about that district in that race. On paper, a lot of advantages for you. You mentioned, of course, the Democratic advantage for registration. 30% of the constituency, from the best I've been able to tell, is Hispanic. However, for what it's worth, a Republican poll that came out about 3 weeks ago has a 2-point edge for Crescent Hardy, again, within the margin of error. But looking at all of the factors, how does the race look to you? How tight is it?
Well, look, at this moment, we're not paying attention to polls. What we're paying attention right now is to listening to the people of the 4th Congressional District. Again, right now we have a stark contrast between Crescent Hardy and myself. And that's the stark contrast that I'm going to go out there and share. I support raising the minimum wage. I support equal pay for equal work for women. I support making college more affordable. I want to protect public lands. I want to make sure that we protect Social Security and Medicare. That's what I stand for. And we have a congressman around in that district who is against all of those things. He doesn't want to pass immigration reform. He doesn't want to pass equal pay for equal work for women. He doesn't support raising the minimum wage. He is against gay and lesbian rights. So again, there's a very stark contrast here that we're going to be going out there and conveying to the people in the 4th Congressional District and letting them make that decision.
Well, Kihuen told me the primetime speaking role was one of the biggest honors of his life. You can catch the rest of that interview on our website, LasVegasNow.com, including some talking points about public lands. Just look for your local election headquarters on the site. All right, so what does Crescent Hardy have to say about this, his opponents?
He's back there. He's all about glitz and glamour and the lights. Otherwise, he'd be here focused on the district.
We sat down exclusively with him at his campaign office. We'll have that next on Politics Now.
Read all about it. Rapid Cash drops rates on title loans, starting at just 7% per month or 84% APR. There's never been a better time for a Rapid Cash title loan, now as low as 7% per month.
Love that Rapid Cash.
At Finley Automotive Group, we're proud of our history in Las Vegas since 1961. And we're also proud to be an 8 News Now Community Pride Partner.
The Race Now on Politics Now is sponsored by NV Energy. We're putting all of our energy into your energy.
The world is getting more dangerous. Your home may not be as safe as you think. Trust Rolladin Rolling Shutters to protect your home, your business, and especially your family. Your windows alone can't stop burglars. You need the protection only Rolladin Rolling Shutters can provide. With Rolladin's durable aluminum construction and insulation, you'll be safe and secure, plus saving money, up to 60% off your energy bills. Right now, get a free FireSense control switch with your order. It opens your shutters in case of a fire. Call Rolladin for your peace of mind.
I'm attorney Glenn Lerner. Make one call, that's all, to 877-1500, and I'll make sure you get every dollar you deserve.
877-1500. Find great deals on new cars in Southern Nevada. found at the #1 domestic dealer in the state, Prestige Chrysler Jeep Dodge.
Right now, buy new Dodge Start for just $11,877. New Chrysler 200, $15,877. New Charger or Challenger, $22,877.
It's the summer clearance event.
Dart's $11,877. 200, $15,877. Charger or Challenger, $22,877. Call, click, or come in to Prestige Chrysler Jeep Dodge on Centennial Center Boulevard.
Read all about it. Rapid Cash drops rates on title loans, starting at just 7% per month or 84% APR. There's never been a better time for a Rapid Cash title loan, now as low as 7% per month.
Love that Rapid Cash.
Welcome back to Politics Now.
Well, Ruben Kihuen has some ground to make up if he hopes to unseat incumbent Republican Congressman Crescent Hardy. Hardy has maintained a slight lead in the CD4 race in the polls. We sat down with him to talk about his campaign, his opponent, and how he thinks he will win. All right, Congressman Hardy, thank you for sitting down with me. I think the first thing I want to ask you about are federal lands. You just hosted a forum in North Las Vegas, a hearing actually with other members of Congress there. What are the big changes you want to see here in Nevada and across the country as far as management of federal lands?
The biggest reason I asked the chairman to host a natural resources committee out here hearing was to get the people in the urban areas to understand the impact of the federal government has on our economy and the challenges that our public entities have, like the counties and the cities, many of the nonprofits. And I think this hearing went a long ways to show that and to understand that we need to have land available like other states so we can continue to progress. We need real estate for taxation, for education, infrastructure, and other. That's what our founding fathers intended.
Let's talk a little bit about the upcoming race. Obviously, CD4 is one that has been heavily targeted out of Washington by the Democratic Party. Your opponent, Ruben Kihuen, getting some very high-profile time at the DNC this year to talk about that. What does this race look like to you? How competitive is this race?
Well, let's just look at it as it is right now. The recent polls, all the polls have shown that I'm leading in this race since the beginning, all the way through. Since the primary, we continue to lead. We have more cash on hand than our opponent. We have knocked over 40,000 doors in this district. And I'm confident that not just the knocking the doors and the engagement we have there, the attitude that I've had about representing all the people in my district, not just Republicans, even though I'm one. I represented the Democrats, the Libertarians, Independents, nonpartisan, and Republicans alike. I've had a great opportunity to serve this district. I've worked hard. I've done everything at the best of my ability to live up to those promises. That's what people want out of Congress, is to make sure that they have a representative that represent them and their issues, because I work for we the people. And I think my opponent, and whatever he had the opportunity to do back at the DNC, he's back there. He's all about glitz and glamour and the lights. Otherwise, he'd be here focused on the district. And that's what I believe that my job is, to focus on the constituents of my district.
Now, you have the position of being the incumbent and being a member of Congress right now. What does the balance look like between doing the work of the people and your constituents and then still campaigning to keep the job?
I think my campaign manager and all the folks will tell you that they get a little frustrated. They'd like more of my time. But this is what I truly believe, that if I focus on representing the people in my district and solving the issues that they're concerned about, meeting with businesses, going out and meet with the leaders of the communities and talking about their issues and trying to solve those issues, that is the best campaign issue I can do. And I've been doing that for over a year now. I've been, I think, about 18, 19 months now here. And that's what I've done. Every weekend I've come home. I've been home in the district all the time. I had to run against an incumbent also. Was never supposed to win this seat. But I believe that's the reason he lost this seat, is he did not come back home and represent the people of his district in a heavily advantaged percentage for him. And that's what people are looking for. That's why we see what's going on in our nation. People are frustrated with politics. They want representative. They want representative government, and they want their issues solved the best they can.
Well, as a Republican, your opponent is going to lump you in with Donald Trump, especially on immigration. That's a topic that, with about a 30% Hispanic base in your district, that's an important topic. What is your stance on immigration, and will that hurt? Do you think that will hurt you much in the November election?
I don't believe so, because the reason I don't believe it's going to hurt me a whole lot is I think that people understand, I believe the same thing. We need an immigration policy that's for the 21st century. We need to focus on making sure that we're compassionate, we understand the issues, that that people have an opportunity to get right with the law, to make sure they can obtain legal status. You know, I don't believe in amnesty in any way, shape, or form, but I believe that you know, if we think we're going to gather people up and ship them out of here by the masses, that's not going to happen. But with that being said, I think that this Congress, the next Congress, will continue to move forward and try to accomplish some issues. We got to stop playing politics with this immigration in our country, and it's the Democrats have used that to their advantage in every case. But I want to go back to 2008 and 2010 when this administration had total control and could have solved that, but he focused on other issues and never solved that issue. So I truly believe that the DNC has always been utilized this as a tool to divide and used it as political tool.
Well, there was much more to that interview, including how I-11 is doing, the need for infrastructure, and of course, more on federal lands. You can find that on LasVegasNow.com. Just look for the Your Local Election Headquarters tab. The battle over school choice. The state Supreme Court finally taking up the law that sparked strong feelings on both sides. When we can see a final ruling on it next, Politics Now.
How does Tobin Dodge celebrate being the #1 Dodge dealership in the world? By giving you our absolute best offers.
Hey, it's shop at Tobin Dodge Superstore, and the summer clearance is going on now.
Get a new Charger and Challenger for one low payment. Lease both for a total of only $297 per month. Clearance prices are clearly tagged on every new Dodge and Ram, so you can see your savings immediately. So that's a Charger and Challenger for a total of only $297 per month.
That's Tobin Dodge in the Valley Auto Mall, #1 for a reason.
8 News Now is teaming up with Project 150 to stock Betty's Boutique, a donation drive to help the Valley's homeless students. You can drop off school supplies, clothing, or even snacks at 8 News Now or our Community Pride partners. For a complete list of items needed and drop-off locations, visit LasVegasNow.com. Sponsored by our 8 News Now Community Pride partners. NV Energy, Findlay Automotive Group, the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors, and Southwest Medical Associates.
Had a car accident? You should know this dirty little secret. Insurance companies make money by paying you as little as possible for your claim. If you've been injured in a car accident, better call Barasa.
Call 748-8282.
We are so confident in our marketing program. If we don't sell your home in 30 days or less, we will buy it. Don't want to wait 30 days? Condition of your home less than perfect? If your home is a pain in your neck, call Gavish Real Estate for a check. Capiche? That's Gavish.
Saving the world in style.
Good job, brother.
MacGyver, CBS Fridays this fall.
Monday on Good Day, summertime at the pool can turn tragic in the blink of an eye.
The way parents are keeping their babies safe by putting them right in the water.
And getting kids the things they need to become successful.
The supply drive kickoff for at-risk schools Monday morning.
Welcome back. This is The Race Now, where we recap some of the big local political stories of the week. Hillary Clinton's national political director talked about the importance of winning Nevada in November. Amanda Renteria told us she is confident, but it may take some time to get Bernie Sanders supporters here on board.
Very, very important. I actually was there just a couple weeks ago talking to folks there, really getting people engaged, doing some unity events. In fact, Senator Grijalva went out there. Our very first unity event was in the state of Nevada.
Well, Amanda Renteria says she is confident the party will unite. Well, the state Supreme Court heard oral arguments Friday on both lawsuits against the school choice voucher-style program. It allows parents to take their state-allocated funding and apply it to private schools. The court has not said when a decision could come down, but it would need to be by the end of August for the program to be able to be used in schools this year. And the Supreme Court also heard arguments Friday about whether a solar company attempt to overrun the rate hike should appear on the November ballot. NV Energy has opposed the measure. In the meantime, NV Energy says it wants to return existing rooftop solar customers to older, more favorable rates for the next 20 years. Well, shaking up the school district, how you can find out more about the reorganization plan and let your voice be heard when Politics Now continues.
It's the 10th annual Christmas in July at United Nissan. Buy a car, get a gift. Sorry, no pictures with Santa. But instead, choose from a bike, Beats headphones, or a big screen TV. Rogues, 0 down or $169 per month. East Sahara and Boulder Highway. United Nissan, your Nissan source.
If you've been hurt in an accident, turn to someone you can trust. Enough said. Call Ed.
I'm Ed Bernstein, and I've been helping you and your neighbors for almost 40 years.
Celeste.
We want to return our house. It's a lemon. But it's got those vaulted ceilings.
The internet is really slow. We can't get anything done.
And I sell dollhouse furniture online.
It's her hobby.
It's a business.
Oh, you must have CenturyLink. Just get Cox. They have the same top speeds everywhere.
We'll keep it.
Everyone deserves fast. Bundles including Cox high-speed internet start at just $99.99 a month. $100 prepaid card included.
Cox, that's easy.
I was ready to walk away.
As any reasonable person would.
What are you waiting for? Bundles including Cox high-speed internet start at just $99.99 a month. $100 prepaid card included.
Yes, Cox is available in this area. Yes, I'll put it in writing.
Why wait? With the same top speeds everywhere, bundles including Cox high-speed internet start at just $99.99 a month. $100 prepaid card included.
High five.
Tobin Fiat gives you great deals. #1 in really Hot Wheels.
Tobin Fiat Alfa Romeo, who has been named #1 in the nation, is also #1 for summer savings. Right now, take a flat 10 grand off hot new 500Ls. Even take a flat 7 grand off new Fiat 500X and 8 grand off 500s. The hottest new cars are at the nation's hottest Fiat dealership. Rush to Tobin Fiat today.
Tobin Fiat at Sahara and Jones.
Welcome back. It's time now for What to Watch, where we fill you in on what to keep an eye on over the next week. Town hall meetings being held next week for people to weigh in on the reorganization of the school district. Being held Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at different schools. All of that information, very important information, on our website, LasVegasNow.com. That will be a good gauge of how the public feels about those plans. And Nevada's treasurer, Dan Schwartz, will be joining me right here in the studio, talking to us about why he has been leery of the Faraday Future deal and talking about the school choice program as well that's currently in the state Supreme Court, a very timely topic. So we look forward to sitting down with Treasurer Schwartz again next week, so you want to tune in for that. Also, we're just learning Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine are also on a bus tour through swing states like Ohio that will be ending, well, not ending in Las Vegas, but they will be making a campaign stop in Las Vegas shortly after that ends. We're told that's going to happen on Thursday. We'll have more on that during the week ahead. As always, thank you so much for watching Politics Now. Email us at politics@lasvegasnow.com. And don't forget, we are your local election headquarters over the next year. Stay up to date online and watch us right here every Sunday.